Hello, people from the internet. Here is a sample of what we do at the Speak Up Club. Adriana?
I think that one key point of all this situation is the uncertainty. COVID gives the world a high level of uncertainty. There is no chance to project or to forecast things as before COVID, because before all the brains that forecast all the markets and all the businesses manage many scenarios, but with possible things. Not like this COVID, like an impossible thing. Like we now think that and know that anything could happen. There is no impossible.
The part of certainty that you're referring to is mostly pushing to the area of distrust, right?
Yes.
Why?
There is no sure things. There is no like defined scenarios like before that we could take many variables and they were always the same variables. No, now there are impossible variables. Anything could happen. So it's very difficult to CEOs and yes, to predict and to have like, I don't know, like a ground to
like a clear game of what
clear environment to forecast or to plan businesses. So it's very hard to the employees to take or to give employees that probably they could not afford or they cannot maintain or keep in the time.
Okay, of course, if they have to keep talent on a salary, and especially if it is a high paid talent,
yes.
there is no certainty of income. Is that
and in the other hand,
on the other hand,
before COVID, I've been watching like people want to be their own employees like they want to entrepreneur to be entrepreneurs.
They become entrepreneurs. Yes.
Yes, they don't want to be employees anymore. They don't want to have a chief or a boss. They want to be their own bosses.
So we have that growing tendency. Okay.
Yes.
That's a situation that we need to consider too. But
yes.
How can that possibility keep going at the same time of the impossibility of maintaining like safe income? Because we're speaking about big budget not being stable. How then small budget cope with? Big companies cannot predict, small companies have to still keep going. But then how do small companies keep making it? How can everyone become an entrepreneur? If everyone is an entrepreneur, how do you balance that up? Or do we need any type of balance? Interesting thing. So yes. Let's see. I don't know, Madeline, I believe that you are about to start working anytime soon. What do you think of this situation? I believe that is maybe something that you have thought of.
I believe that the pandemic has shown how unpredictable the future can be. So something that companies value is the ability to adapt. So whatever we are employees or entrepreneurs, it is important to make different predictions and solutions to the conflicts or problems that the future can give.
Okay. However, you did hear Adriana saying how difficult it is, that idea of predicting, like forecasting, is becoming super difficult, and especially when we're speaking about big budgets.
Yes.
What I heard from my teachers is that they actually have some protocol for a global pandemic. But the thing is that the CEOs didn't want to
Carry it out.
yeah, take believe that that can happen.
Oh, okay. They didn't act upon the protocols because they never thought it was necessary.
Yeah, but actually the consejeros,
Advisors.
advisors, give to them the information that they needed if a global pandemic happened.
Ah, well, that's the lie. That's the world of adults. We think we know, and because we think we know, we take
Mm,
decisions, and those decisions sometimes are so irresponsible. We jump leads, we simply skip norms, we cut the corners, and bad stuff happened. I don't know if you read the news or what happened. Speaking about work, what happened at the workplace of some people in Hollywood? They were working on a movie. The name of the movie was Rust. One of the producers, he's an actor as well, Alec Baldwin, was involved in killing the producer and the filmographer, or hurting the filmographer. No, killing the filmographer and hurting the producer because at the moment of a scene, when they were practicing a scene, he received the gun, okay, from an assistant, and he pointed the gun as the scene goes to the camera, and this gun was in reality loaded with a real bullet.
wallet.
The gun went off and killed the person that was in front. That was an accident. What the investigation revealed was they were underpaid. All the conditions of work were terrible. Many employees walked out even the same day the accident happened because they were complaining that the conditions of work were terrible. So,
Wow.
exactly, right. That happens everywhere, even Hollywood. We're not just simply speaking about any place in Latin America. So when we're speaking about work, we are in a situation that all of us are involved. Do you feel motivated to go every day to your work, Carmen or Maribel?
I'm in this case nowadays very difficult. Motivate. Okay. I feel motivated when I receive my cash, but
Okay.
it's very difficult my cash. But it's difficult because in nowadays with the problem of the pandemic changed the area, uh, uh, change the change the job market.
Okay.
They change a lot of
Okay. Did
change the
it go bad
situation.
or did it go
Was
worse?
very
Ooh,
low. Change a
okay.
lot of the situation. The situation of in my case. I am going to talk about my case. I don't know
Obviously, obviously.
a lot of person, but in my case was it's difficult. But just the payment, change the payment, or change the rules. The rules that I don't believe that, for example, in nowadays in Christmas, in December, all the person of the worker receive a decimal, 100.
Mm, yeah,
Yes,
the bonus, the Christmas bonus.
yes, the bonus Christmas, but nowadays impossible change was divided in piece or piece on parts,
In
in parts.
fragments. Oh,
Yes, but me, okay. was difficult change for me. eh, uh, for me, the job market also depend the age. For the young people that
Ah,
wants to find a job, that they had another challenge. They had new projects
new
that
skills.
yes, next skill of work. They were another thinkings or new tools they apply in the same world that they have another thing. It's very difficult. Depend for me, depend all about the age. The young people accept the roles, accept okay, or change your mind about the job market, but it's for me it's impossible.
Mm.
I don't like
So
but
adapting for you becomes a problem.
it's only adapt. We had to adapt to the situation.
Mm.
No is that you accept, but it's impossible, but
Wow, that's a very heavy situation. So you say,
it's heavy situation for all the people,
but you
not
say
only
that
for me.
specifically when it is age related, it's very heavy,
Yes,
specifically when it is.
depende is because in this series in Ecuador, for example, if you have 46, 45 or 39 years, it's difficult to find a job.
Wow,
Okay, in the curriculum say what is your age, what is your experience. It's difficult. That
wow. Oh,
okay.
you have to make sure that you need to look young all the time.
Yes, you need to
That's
have you
important.
need to have two jobs, two jobs, and work 24/7.
Pretty much. I thank you, Maribel. And how about Carmen? What do you think about that?
Okay, I think that the pandemic changed our life for all the people because the people change the business or close the business, and all the people lost their jobs. Okay, and talk about the job market. Okay, in the job market can grow or sink depending on the demand for labor and the available supply of workers within the overall economy of
Ah,
the
yeah.
country.
You don't take
Mhm,
decisions without that, right? That's the energy.
mhm. Okay, I seen that about this.
That's true. That's true. But when you take any decision, do you relate let's say, yes, on the one hand, the most important one is obviously the economy. How much you gonna get, what's the salary that you gonna get, etc. But Maribel mentioned other issues, like for example, what if you don't have an age to compete, and then they tell you, all right, you have to take less salary, for example. It happens in certain cases. Are you able to cope with that, or you don't accept such type of rules? You look for other ways. What can we do in situations like this?
Me?
Yeah, you, Carmen. I was asking you to continue on your idea, please.
I don't know. I don't
I,
know. The other people change. For example, the words. Okay, lost the words. I don't think about this one. I don't know about this situation. I don't know what happened
mm.
when the pandemic appeared. Okay, the people make crazy. Okay,
Oh
and
yes, some people went crazy. That's true.
yes, some people were crazy because they don't know what to do. okay, and the situation was critical, okay, for all the people.
So,
But for me, okay, in this case, the in the school I worked, don't pay, didn't pay, okay, the 2 months, okay,
2 months.
2 months, okay, and I don't know, I have some money saved, okay, and I live with this one, but I don't have a money, saving money, okay, I did in the
Oh,
in the pandemic.
imagine that you were lucky. If you hadn't
Yes,
had the money saved, but at the same time, that affected you badly because once you consume all your funds, it's starting over from nothing, from scratch.
yes. Mhm.
Have you had time to recover from that or not yet?
Mhm.
So
So,
so.
so, so,
Okay, good, good. That's a strong woman.
so,
That's a good possibility of constantly being working on your self improvement. That's great, Carmen. I congratulate you on that.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, we got the first round. Nice. Each one of you completed a first round. Not so chubby as they say. As you know, we are. This is brainstorming. We are just simply just discussing different ideas regarding to the problem that we have, and there it goes with the second problem. The second problem is, what if for some reason, because of some reason, in this moment, you need to look for a job. How do you see yourself? For some reason. What I mean by some reason, your company closed down, your country closed down, something happened, closed down. Okay. Maybe obviously because something that is out of control. And I give you an example. I got my brother. My brother, he is a professional in the industry of hospitality. And during the pandemic, hospitality closed down because nobody was traveling or using hotels. So of course, my brother lost his job. Had a very good position, and then he ended up doing really silly jobs because of that. Now he's good, but that's an example. So imagine this is the problem that you have. For some reason you can't control, in this moment you have to look for a job. How do you see yourself like that? So let's see who wants to go first.
If I love my job,
No, for example, if you lose your job and in this moment you have to look for a job,
my job.
how do you see yourself? Do you think you can easily get a job? Do you think it's gonna be difficult for you? Do you think you will? What ideas do you think you can do? That's the idea. We solve the problem.
Okay, for me,
Uh-huh.
it's not difficult to obtain
A
other
new
job.
job.
Okay, now if I don't find, okay, a job for with my career, okay, for example, I am a teacher,
In your
okay,
field.
I look for other kind of job, okay, but I don't cross my arms and I sit down and I see what happened, okay, I think that I obtain money, okay, with
All the
all
tools
job.
you can.
Yeah, okay, I obtain money. For example, I teach, I buy and sell something, but okay, but it's not, it's a little difficult, but not impossible to
Now,
obtain money. Mhm.
you see this from the perspective of you as your attitude, personal attitude.
Yeah.
However, do you see the same situation out there in the street where you live? I mean, do you see that people in the street easily get jobs?
Sometimes
Sometimes.
it's difficult. Yeah, okay, sometimes because the people custom, acostumbrarse, how do you
Get
say?
used to, get used to.
Okay, get used
People
to,
are used to. Mhm.
people are used to obtain money easily. Okay, and
Oh, okay.
yeah,
They
okay,
like to get it easy.
yeah, okay, but other people work,
Of
okay,
course.
and obtain the money, but other people no. I say, but uh, they are in the street and say me give me money, okay, or food, but not, but
They don't work.
they don't work. Yes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That is an attitude. That is true. It's an attitude. Normally, you even in the job market, uh, people must say used to say, sorry, that in the bigger corporations, only at 20% of the job force was the real producers in the organization. Everybody else was lagging behind. So what you're saying is true. Some people, or most people, sometimes like it easy, but this time around, even if you really work hard, sometimes it's complicated. So you say easily, no, I get a job, no matter what. What other crazy jobs do you think you are capable of doing to get money? For example, I don't know. What type of jobs will you be able to do?
Me?
Yeah, you. You say sell, you say
Yeah.
teach, but let's say
Yeah.
you don't have any chance of doing this too. What other jobs do you think you consider?
Okay. I think that is difficult, but not impossible. Okay, but for example, I I I sell
Sell.
something. Yes, sell
Okay,
something.
you're a good salesperson.
Yes.
Nice. The people that can sell, they survive everywhere. If you can
Yeah.
sell, you survive everywhere. That's great. Okay. All right. Thank you,
Mhm.
Carmen. Thank you. Good.
Okay.
I put you a little bit out of your comfort zone, but that's the idea.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Let's see another person. No, I'm gonna choose them.
Okay, okay,
Maribel.
okay. Okay, if I lost my job in that moment,
In this
right
moment.
now, okay, now, right now, okay, is why I going to do is I lose my job.
Exactly.
Yes, yes, I know. It's important because I need to find a job. If I lost my job,
For sure.
I need to find a new job that cover my needs. I have to pay the rent. I have to pay the college, the school of my daughter.
Mm.
Well, I I start to find another job. I start to apply. Apply is correct.
Yes.
Okay, apply in many places.
Okay.
I like study like a psychologist. I start to put in practice that I know.
Okay.
I am a person very positive. I believe that I am going to find a job by myself or start by my own job.
Oh, okay, okay. So far, that sounded like Carmen when you were mentioning about your own skills to get a job. That's good. That's great. But we're speaking about the situation today. That is not
Yes,
very easy. The situation is not very easy.
it's
So
difficult to
let's
find.
say that you
Uh,
don't have a chance. You don't have a chance of getting a job in your field. You cannot teach. What other things can you do? For example, what are your other things will you risk yourself to do? Other ways to get a good salary or a good simple job.
well, I don't know.
When you say
What
that you like
I do?
sports,
I like sport. Yes, I start to work like oh, I start to work. I like to I like to teach personal.
Trainer.
No. I start to give class to children.
Okay.
I try to work with children. Okay, because um, I don't know but what I can do in this
Yeah,
case.
because you went back to teaching. I told you, no, you can't teach. You said, no, I will teach. No, you can't teach. Something different, not teaching.
Not teaching, no.
Not
But I
teaching.
can I can teach exercise. I can teach dance. Not
That is
only like a
cheating.
teacher.
That's cheating. You're cheating, Maribel. You're not supposed to be teaching. It's a
Not teaching.
totally different. No teaching.
Well, baby sister.
Oh my
I
God, no.
like work. It's a job.
Well,
It's a
yes,
new job.
it's
If I
definitely
am going, if I am going to get good salary,
that's true. Actually,
yes,
babysitters definitely make money.
babysitter.
Yes,
Okay,
Yes.
they
babysitter.
definitely
Yes,
make money.
yes.
It's true. It's true. Well, but you have to go and live in a place in which there are many different moms, young moms that are willing to, you know, go get a job so you got the chance of being a babysitter. All right,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. However, I prefer to work like a teacher.
Definitely. You don't give up. You have to teach. Well, even if you're a babysitter, you will be teaching. That's true. Oh my God, you never give up.
I work like a babysitter with my sister.
Ah,
I take care of my cousins, my
Ah,
nephews,
nieces and
nieces.
nephews.
Yes, nieces.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Maribel. That was good. Okay, how about Madeline or Adriana? Adriana,
yes. Well, if I lost my job now,
for some reason.
first, first I would try to get a IT job again,
Okay,
which is
definitely go back
my
to it.
area. Yes, I think that remote working has been one of my skills since many years ago.
Hmm.
So before COVID, I was practicing remote job working
Okay,
many years. So
but you didn't take
that
so
could
much.
be like a I don't know, like a remarkable skill that probably give me more opportunity from other person that is not used to work like this.
Ah, that's true. That's true. However,
Yeah.
if we're speaking about forced market outing, let's say that I don't know, there was a solar flare and the whole technology, all the digital technology just fried. Exactly. That's the type of the scenario we're speaking about.
Okay, there
You
is no internet.
cannot go back. Like Maribel was
Okay.
trying to go back to teaching. Now you cannot go back. No technology. No.
Well, I think that probably I would find a job that in some area that likes me, like animals. I would like to be
Uh-huh.
like a helper in a veterinarian.
In a bed bank.
Yes, probably,
Interesting.
or in a shop, probably be a attendant in the cashier, probably.
Okay. Well, no technology, remember.
No technology.
Now,
Uh,
forget about the machine.
Probably I would like to know more about the agriculture, like
Okay.
vegetables and get food from the earth.
Growing things. That would be very
Yes,
interesting.
yes, and taking care of animals. It would be a funny job for me.
Well, for you, it's very interesting the fact that you are basically launching all the way from one type of universe to the other opposite type of universe, from the technological type to the natural type. I mean, growing things is kind of messing with things at the same time from a matter perspective, as you do when you are programming.
Yes, it's,
For you,
like the
see
opposite.
totally opposite, but you definitely see yourself in that, like, with your hands on the earth and animals. You see yourself like that?
Yes, I think that I could be like it could fit it could no
Fit
yes,
you.
I don't know.
It could fit
Yes,
you.
yes,
To be honest,
because I don't know, from the pandemic, I before pandemic I didn't watch anything vegetables or plants, anything. But after pandemic, I've been collecting plants. And I have uh,
living things.
a little garden, but I have succulents. I don't know if you know the little plants that it's
Well, it is.
little water.
It's a little
So
crop. It's a little crop garden.
yes, so I've been knowing more about this world, and I liked it so much. And animals, I any time of my life, I would like animals. So it would be it could be a funny job for me.
But interesting thing, you did not consider money at all. You went straight to what you wanted to do. Interesting.
the other thing, the other thing
That's true. You
that
were
could
not.
be like an artist, like doing things, sculptures
Okay.
or paintings. But that I didn't say anything about that because thinking of it is like a hobby, just a hobby. I think that making art for me won't give me any money because probably I'm not good enough or something. But I would enjoy it I would enjoy it as well.
That's
Making
an
art.
interesting perspective. Definitely interesting
Yes.
perspective. We're gonna go back to that, but we have to listen to Madeline.
Okay.
So, Madeline, what do you think?
Um, I think that thanks to friends of mine and parents who are working in family businesses or in companies, I will have an opportunity to start working in marketing.
Okay.
But it will be quite difficult because I have no previous experience, and I will be applying with my university knowledge. And as you know, for young people, it has also been a problem because of having no experiences. They receive you as a part timer or for the lowest salaries, regardless of the amount of academic merits you can have.
That's true, and you always gonna be underpaid.
Yeah, no matter of your academics.
Now, question, but will you cope with that, or maybe you think that you will open your eyes for other options?
Mm, I think if I can find a job in that, I will seek to generate money by doing university projects and maybe working as a babysitter for the newest or children of my friends.
Okay. So you do feel some flexibility when it comes to, branching out different areas to work or getting your economic sustain. From babysitting to helping academically, to what crazy thing could you do if you're in a complete different place? Again, no university around, nothing like that. We are in the apocalypse. What in that situation can you do?
Uh, Maybe I would be working with animals.
Oh, okay. Another person with animals. Explain, please.
I think that I can adapt to become a farmer, but just with animals, with plants, I'm bad.
Okay. Well, I will say totally the opposite, but so with animals, like what type of animals will you be growing? Yes,
Maybe
raising.
cows, chicken, and horses. I think I
Oh,
can work.
okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, Madeline, becoming a farmer. I always thought, well, having chicken, especially when you have to take care of hen, yeah, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. But yeah, then you have to find the market to make them, to sell your eggs and your little hen too, right?
And that would be the part of marketing, I think.
Aha, because I don't think that you will become the butcher, would you?
No.
You don't see yourself in the butchering area for sure. That's the worst area of animal dealing with animals. It's like, who's gonna be the butcher? Yeah, Adriana said like, no, no, that's not a good part.
I prefer to heal pets.
There is a book I always recommend when people to consider certain things from a personal perspective. You need to try to perceive it from arts because otherwise you can't. And there is this book from Coetzee. J.C. Coetzee is a very important South African writer. He's made very good novels, but one of the most famous that he made was called uh, Disgrace. And in Disgrace, he explains how he, after he felt his life was a complete disgrace, pretty much, he had to be taking care of a small group of dogs that were abandoned and to be taken to the what's the name? The slaughterhouse. Where they kill them because they sacrifice them because they cannot have them running around. And he has to be departing each one of the dogs until the very end. And with the last one, he wanted to keep it for himself, but he felt himself reflected on the last dog, as the life of this dog was sort of a little bit miserable, and he felt himself like that. The little connection about those two, very interesting. The situation that happens there. People,
Wow.
today have been incredible, incredible. The whole situation about work and life. We are going to be making a follow up of this because this topic obviously is a little bit more complex. So next week we are going to do the second part, but the second part is going to be focused mostly on life, life and work. Into, for example, what is that idea of what you should be doing instead of what you're doing. If what you think you're doing is great, awesome. But if you think that you should be doing something, let's discuss a little bit about this. What possibilities there are, other things that we have thought. Okay, so but that's not now because now today we have assessment.